everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video I'm going to be doing a get ready with me with all new products. I did buy a bunch of stuff during the Sephora VIB sale. I had an Ulta 20% off coupon, as well as the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I did a haul video covering everything I purchased, and I will try to put that in the description or somewhere if you're interested in watching that. So I'm going to be trying out a bunch of new products today. I think only one of my products is an old favorite. I think everything else is going to be a first impression. So we're going to start with my face. Sometimes I will start with my eyes, but I'm going to start with my face today because I just feel like it. So I did get a primer. This is the only primer I bought during the sale. This is the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. So there's the box. Okay. Go ahead and get this out. Hopefully the can works. I've seen a couple people say that theirs gets jammed and stuff. So alright, so shake well and dispense onto fingertips. Smooth on after moisturizer and before makeup. Okay, I'm going to shake it. I'm just going to put a little bit out on... Well, that's weird. My gosh, that's cold. Oh my gosh, that is cold. Oh. That is cold. I did not expect it to feel like that. Okay, I think I actually got a little bit too much, but that's fine. I'll just give it a couple extra minutes to sink into my skin. I think that might be my first Origins product that I've ever owned. And I can understand why it might get stuck or get jammed, because if you can see that, hopefully it's going to focus on it. It does get kind of stuck inside there, so I don't know how best to keep that clean, but it's definitely cooling. Definitely cooling. I'm trying to place a smell. I guess it's willow herb? I don't know. But it's slightly pore blurring, but not like significant. So yeah, it says it's pore perfecting, but I don't really see that very much. All right, moving on. I am going to use one of the foundations I did purchase. I purchased what, like 4 foundations, I think 4. 2 of them are coming up in the June 5 days of foundation. So I'm going to do a little bit of a spoiler, and I'm going to try one that is going to be in the June foundations. And I actually already filmed my first impression of it. So I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I have already filmed a full day wear test for this product. This is the Sunday Riley, the Influencer Clean Long Wear Foundation. So this is the foundation that I'm going to be using today. Again, I already filmed my full day wear test on this. It is coming in June. So I'm just going to be using my Sigma F80 to apply this. I actually did prefer my sponge, but my sponge is dry right now and I don't feel like going and getting it wet, so I'm just going to use my brush. Actually, I preferred the brush and then like tapping it with the sponge. I do have 2 pumps on my hand, and if you haven't seen this yet, it goes a very long way with this foundation. Alright, so that was 2 pumps, and that was all I used for my whole face. So if you want to see my full day wear test of this, tune in June. So that is that. I used a little bit less than I did during my full day wear test, so it's not too bad. I don't want to give away all of my thoughts, so definitely come back the first week in June and see what my full day wear test is. And then definitely come back at the end of June to see my 5 days of foundation wrap up video, because I am trying different things with this to see if I can make it look different or wear different or whatever. So definitely come back for that. So right now it's not looking too bad. I like the shade match. I think it looks very natural. It's a little bit pale maybe, or at least in the viewfinder it's looking a little bit pale. Here in person it actually looks really close to my neck if my neck wasn't like super red, but I don't think they make a foundation which is pale with redness in it. Anyhow, so there we go. Moving on, I think I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer next. I did buy this little thing here. This is the Benefit Boing Erase Case in shade number 1. It has all of their concealers. Well, not all of them. It has 4 concealers. The Airbrush Concealer, the Industrial Strength Concealer, the Brightening Concealer, and the Hydrating Concealer. And I think because my under eyes are notoriously dry, I think what I'm going to use is the Hydrating Concealer today. Plus, I'm not going to have my makeup on for very long. So it comes in a little package like this with all 4 products in it in the little pencil case. And I mean, these are definitely not full size. But this one is the Hydrating Concealer. There it is. It's got like a circle of hydration with the concealer in the center. I'm not sure how this is going to work. So let's see. I'm just going to put this on a little bit on my under eyes and see how it goes. It's definitely a little bit yellow for me. Definitely a little bit yellow for me. We'll go ahead and get that blended in. I don't typically put a whole lot of concealer on. And it does say that the Hydrating Concealer is a sheer coverage. So I might actually really like this. It did just sort of cancel out a little bit of the blueness that's underneath my eyes. I don't know. I'm not sure. I might put on another concealer. Let's see. Which one should I try? I think I'm going to try the Airbrush, which is medium coverage, to see how that works. Okay, this one does have a safety seal. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out of there. And I guess I'm just going to use my fingers. I don't normally like to dip my fingers in products, but so this one actually has more of a peachy tone than the other one did. And I'm just gonna blend that with my finger. Okay. I didn't put a lot on. Probably should put more, but I'm not going to. All right. I'm going to use a new powder today, which I'm actually really excited for. I purchased the Becca Hydro Mist Set and Refresh powder, which everybody has just been raving about. And I'm very excited because it's supposed to feel wet. So, opened it up. It says, keep me closed to keep me cool. Pop that open. Go ahead and get the little sticker off of here. And that's interesting. So it does have a netting on the inside, which is kind of neat. So I think what I'm going to do is just stick my brush right in there and do my under eyes. Oh my, that feels... All right, guys. I can't tell you how many videos I've watched with this powder. And the first response is always like, it feels wet. And it feels wet. I was not expecting that. Like, I've seen other people's videos and I've seen other people say, it feels wet. But until you actually feel it, That's weird. Like, it's weird. Let's see if I can get a little bit on my finger. Like, it feels wet. That is a very weird texture. I can't say that I've ever felt anything like that. That is weird. Okay, the other complaint, well, the only complaint I've heard about this powder is that it does darken your under eyes, and I agree. It definitely does darken your under eyes, but I'm going to actually use this to set the rest of my face as well. And it should end up balancing out my color. So I'm going to use a different brush, and I'm going to actually set my whole face with this. It feels wet. That powder is a lot of fun. I am not going to comment on my foundation right now, except to say that I'm struggling over here. I'm struggling over here. I'm definitely going to use this with another foundation because I actually feel like it's kind of taking some of my foundation off on my forehead, but that could definitely be the foundation. So this powder is really neat. It's 0.35 ounces. I forget how much it costs, but that's really neat. I will probably buy another one of those the next time I get a 20% off coupon at Ulta. That's neat. I like that powder a lot. It feels really nice on the skin. It definitely did darken my under eyes a little bit, but for me, I don't think it was that bad. I'm not big in really like brightening my under eyes. I'm not real big in that. So, it's fine for me. And it makes my skin feel so soft. Like super, super, super soft. I still have that primer all over my hands though. Okay. Moving on, and now that I've raved about the powder for probably way too long, I did get a face palette from It Cosmetics. This is the Confidence in Your Glow. I got it in Nude Glow, I think. Yeah, Instant Nude Glow. So I'm going to be using the bronzer color and the blush color. Not going to use the highlighter. I have a couple other highlighters I want to try today, but I am going to be using the bronzer color here and then the blush color. So I'm going to take my brush, dip right in. I have already used this once in another video and I did like it, so okay. That I am liking. I am liking that. Next is highlight. And I actually have a couple of highlighters that I bought. I do have this Wet n Wild kit. This is what? The Midnight Mermaid kit. And I'm really tempted just to make a video on this by itself. So leave in the comments down below if you want to see a video just on these. I did look at the Ulta website today and it's actually on sale for $15. And just from how many products are in here, $15 is an amazing, amazing price. But it is online only, so I think it's online only. I'm pretty sure it's online only. So unless you're looking to buy other stuff, you might have to pay some shipping, something like that. But I'm thinking about making a video just on this. So I'm going to set this aside and maybe a bonus video will be coming soon on that because I don't know how long it's going to be available, but I was really excited to get my hands on that. But I have two other highlighters. I have the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in Iridescence, and then I have the Hourglass Ambient Highlighting Trio. This actually came out at Christmas time. It was supposed to be a limited edition. I don't know if they decided to change their mind because I think they had really good sales for this. Like a lot of sales, I mean, not like it's on sale. But it was these three colors right here. I might just use both. Because why not, right? It's just makeup. It washes off. I am really interested to use this Physicians Formula one in Iridescence. And this feels very, very soft. I did swatch it. And this is like a cream to powder. And it feels so nice. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. I'm definitely going to put this on. There's a swatch right there. It's just so pretty. All right, I'm going to do two different highlighters. So I'm going to use this one, the Hourglass Ambient, what is this? The Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette with Absolute Strobe Light, Pure Strobe Light, and Lucent Strobe Light. And I'm not sure which color is which. I'm going to go ahead into the middle one, the cream colored one. And I'm going to put that on first. Huh. That's very pretty. Very pretty. I don't know about you guys, but I can never get the left side of my face to match the right side of my face. I'm just not that good at makeup. I like playing with it, and I like owning a bunch of it, which I never did before. My husband actually said to me at one point when we were doing our taxes, and he found out how much money I spent on makeup last year. He's like, well, you know, we've been married 18 years and you've bought like, you know, a mascara here or there or a Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. Not even like an 8-pan palette, like a 3 or 4-pan palette, whatever the smaller ones are. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. But I'm going to amp it up. I'm going to put the other one on top because this one I think is going to be even brighter. Anyway, he, God love him. He, when he found out how much I spent on makeup last year, he's like, well, we've been married 18 years. That's pretty. We've been married 18 years and you've bought like a mascara here and an eyeshadow there. He's like, you know, in the past you've spent what, maybe 20, 30 bucks a year on makeup? It's like, yeah, that's probably a fair number. He's like, well, you're just making up for 18 years in 1 year. I like that. That's a pretty highlight. I hope it's showing up on camera as nicely as it's showing up here, because that's pretty. I like that a lot. And this is drugstore. I like that a lot. I like the ambient one a lot too. Like if I'm just making my face up, I'm going to wear this, like if I'm going out in public, but for videos and stuff, this is super pretty. I don't know that I would wear this other than in videos. Maybe if I had gotten a different color, but the iridescent one, I just don't think I'd wear it in outside of videos. So, all right. I think it's time to move on to my eyes. I do not have a eyeshadow primer, and that's fine. I mean, I'm filming this in the evening. I think it's like 7 o'clock. What time is it? It's 7:45, so it's in the evening. I'm going to be doing my face and then filming one other video, which you actually saw yesterday, because this video is posting Thursday, and I'm going to be filming my Walmart unboxing right after this one, which you would have seen yesterday. So I'm going to move into my eyes. I'm not going to worry about primer. I have a lot of eyeshadows. That's like the number one thing I bought. I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eyeshadow palettes, a handful of single shadows, and yeah. You guys might think I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to be using this one right here from Violet Voss. This is the Like a Boss palette. I have never used a Violet Voss shadow before, which is why I decided to use this one. All the other brands that I've purchased, I've used before. I'm looking down at the box right here. Oh, except for the Dose of Colors. So I bought a Viseart, a Lorac Pro, the Soft Glam palette, an e.l.f. palette, the Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauves, and then this one as far as palettes go. And I've used all of them except for the Dose of Colors one and the Violet Voss brands, not those palettes. Those palettes I haven't used. But actually, I do have an eye primer. I forgot that my Lorac Pro 3 palette that I purchased actually has a primer in it. So I'm going to get that primer out. So it did have just this little eyeshadow primer in it as like a bonus. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to prime my eyes. Totally forgot about this. I'm not real sure that I like that eye primer because it is like kind of oily. I don't know. And it seems to be creasing, which is weird. Okay. So I have my Like a Boss palette here. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is what it looks like. Lots of pretty colors. I think I'm going to go a little bit more dramatic than I normally do. But I'm going to go ahead and grab a brush real quick since this primer seems to be kind of creasing. And I'm going to go into the color Hustle, which is this color right here, and set my eyeshadow primer. This is a little bit powdery, but all right, what do I want to do next? I think I'm going to go into WCW, which is right here, and it's a cool toned brown. I'm going to go ahead and build that into my crease. So I don't have a lot of matte colors in here that are like colorful. There's a lot of really pretty shimmers. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is take, there's a lot of brown mattes in here. Okay, I think I'm going to take the color Work, which is this red tone color here. And it looks like there's a little bit of shimmer in there, so it's not fully matte, but I'm going to put that in my outer V area, just on the outer part of my crease. The mirror in here is really nice. That's where I'm at right now. I think what I'm going to do is take the really vibrant gold, which is called Girl Crush, right here, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. Well, actually on the, I think I'm going to put it on the inner half of my lid. All right, well, I'm getting a lot of creasing, but we'll keep going. All right, I'm going to take this really deep green color called Royal, and I'm going to put that on the outside of my eyelid beside the gold. This may turn out completely terrible, but we're going to work it. Okay, I had quite a bit of fallout on that, but I don't know, it's not horrible. So I have to clean this up a little bit, but I noticed that I'm not sure if it's the concealer or if it's the foundation, but it's breaking up right here on the side of my nose. And I'm not sure what's causing that. All right, I'm going to clean this up just a little bit and then put some mascara on, and I will be right back in 1 second. All right, so I couldn't resist. I decided to go ahead and take one product out of the Wet n Wild kit. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner Metallic Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in the color Sea Symmetry. So it's the green one, and I figured since I put a little bit of that green eyeshadow on, I would go ahead and use a little bit of green eyeliner. Now, I don't know how good I'm going to be with this distribution method, so I hope I don't mess everything up. So I put some Benefit Roller Lash on, and I did put that eyeliner on, and I like it a lot, actually. I think it looks really nice. I'm going to go ahead and just smudge a little bit of that Work color, the red that I used on my upper lashes. I'm going to smudge that along my lower lash and bring it up to match my upper lash line. Okay, I think I am done with my eyes. This palette actually is pretty nice. I think it blends really well. The color selection, now that I'm actually using it, is a little bit odd, but I think it turned out okay. All right, I think the only thing left is lips, right? Oh, let me spray my face down with some setting spray before I put my lips on. I did buy a MAC Fix Plus during the 21 Days of Beauty sale, so that's what I'm going to be using today. Okay. All right, and I bought a bunch of lips. I bought a MAC lip kit, a Bite lipstick thing, something. The lipsticks in the Wet n Wild kit. I also bought this 4-pack of Huda Beauty and the Fenty Beauty lip gloss. What do they call it? A gloss bomb. I'm going to actually use the Huda Beauty lipsticks today. Those are the colors that are in the kit. I think I'm going to go with Icon, which looks like it's the most reddish tone. Problem is I don't know which one's which. So we're going to go ahead and get these out of here. Okay, there's Icon color. This one right here. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I do like this formula. I do have a full size of this. I can't remember the shade name that I have in the full size, but I do like this formula. Well, I overlined my lips a little bit. And for some reason, this is very wet. I don't remember the full size being this wet. So it is kind of running off of my lip a little bit. Yeah. Right in here. It got a little bit away from me. So let's see if we can even that out a little bit. I'm going to wipe like all the product off. And it's bleeding actually out of my lip. That's really weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm screwing it all up. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to clean this up, clean up my foundation, and try to reapply it because I totally screwed that up. Okay, well, I don't remember that formula being that wet. And it is really feathering out, like right in here. So I'm going to use these again, and I'm definitely going to need to use a lip liner to make sure that it's not feathering out like it is. I don't remember this being this liquidy. That's really weird. Maybe it's a different formula than what I had before. I'm going to go ahead and put my Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb on top of this. All right. I think this is the final look. The lips are a little bit too much for the eyes, but this is my look. And it is 8:30 at night, so it's going to come off here in a couple minutes as soon as I'm done filming my other video. All right, let's go ahead and recap everything. The foundation... Stay tuned for that full day review on that. The confidence in your glow, I like that a lot. Both of the highlighters that I'm using, like it a lot, both of them. The eyeshadow primer, not real wild about. It's kind of like stickier than I expect. The Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow palette, I do like it. I have to try it some more. Definitely like it. The Fenty Gloss Bomb, I do like. It's not too sticky, and I like the shade. It just gives a hint of color. I actually would like to wear this alone, I think, but this is nice. The eyeliner is very, very pretty. I'm not very skilled at eyeliner, so there's that. Oh, the powder. I like this powder a lot. The Fix Plus, I like. I've used it before. I like that. My mascara isn't used. It's a reuse. And this lipstick, I like the color. It's a little bit darker than I normally wear, but I don't like how liquidy it is. And even just between the 4 that are in this pack, they are different. The one that I have on my lips is very, very watery, liquidy, whatever term you want to use. And it's feathering into my outside of my lips. And I'm not real sure about that. The other ones in that kit are not as feathery. So, yeah, I'm going to try more of those. Oh, and the primer. The primer was really odd. It's very cooling. Like, it feels cold on your skin. So this was odd. I like it. I mean, I can't speak to how well it does as far as, like, making my makeup last longer. I will say that I don't think it did too much for my pores, but I have fairly large pores. And then the concealer, when I reapplied my concealer, I actually used the brightening concealer. So I used 3 of these 4. I think I like the hydrating concealer. The, which one was it? The airbrush concealer was okay. And then the one I put on after I cleaned up all of my makeup, the airbrush concealer, or I'm sorry, brightening concealer, wasn't real wild about that one. And I'm getting lipstick on my teeth. Yeah. So I wasn't as wild about the brightening concealer. So I think that's everything. I don't have a new, I didn't get any sort of brow products. And my mascara is my, you know, favorite Benefit Roller Lash. So I think that's everything. I think that's everything. I think that's enough. This video has taken me a long time to film. So hopefully I get it edited in time. If you're seeing this on Thursday, then I got it done. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you'd like to be, please hit that red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. What did you think of these products? This is not a look I would typically do, like at all. The lips are kind of drawing my attention, even more so than the eyes, even though the eyes have bright gold and green on them. The lips are what's drawing my attention. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.